This is new at 6. If you head out to the Boise National Forest this weekend, you may notice areas with light smoke. Forest crews are still working on pile burns in some spots, but the view is much clearer in Centerville than it was just last month. And Sophia Bliss joins us now. And Sophia, a few viewers told you that they were struggling, though, with the thick smoke.
Shira, one person says they had difficulty breathing, their eyes were burning, and the smoke was getting into their house. Boise National Forest officials were doing a prescribed burn at the time. The viewer sent me this picture. It was taken on October 31st. They said this day in particular, the smoke wasn't as bad as it had been, but it was still difficult for them to be outside. So I talked to the Boise National Forest officials today. Ryan Jones is the Forest Hazardous Fuels Planner. He elaborated on what their air quality monitoring looks like when they're working on prescribed burns.
We have air quality sensors through Idaho Department of Environmental Quality. In this area, we have one in Idaho City and there's one in Garden Valley. I don't believe we have one in Centerville, but those are the two that we have, and they monitor that closely.
These operations can change day by day and hour by hour. Crews have to apply for approval to burn 24 hours in advance. They do test fires each morning to check fire behavior. And in order to do the prescribed burn safely, Jones says they need very specific weather conditions. The temperatures, humidity, and winds all have to be right. Those elements only line up for a week or two each spring and fall. This year, Jones says they had about a month to reduce these hazardous fuels.
It is a very high-risk area for fire, so that's a very high priority for us. We do understand it's an inconvenience temporarily, but you know, with the future in mind, what we're trying to do is to reduce the future wildfire impacts, which produce a lot more smoke. With the conditions that we have, we are producing quite a bit of smoke, but it's significantly less than when we have a wildfire. And that's due to the fact that a lot of the fuels are not as available during these prescription windows than when they are during peak season, like in July or August. And so, yes, we do understand it's an inconvenience, but it's not something that we plan on doing year after year in the same exact spot. We try to spread it out.
Jones also mentioned fire crews burned 1,800 acres in this particular prescribed burn in October. In comparison, the Four Corners fires in Cascade burned 14,000 acres last year. Both cities have about 1,000 people that live there. So Shira, unfortunately, it is unpleasant to say the least. Either way, Boise National Forest officials have to balance a lot of risk in current conditions. But the good news for the people in Centerville is those prescribed burns should not be so close to the city next season.
All right, so there's good news coming.
Yes.
All right, thanks, Sophia.